Jesus is our friend, but he cannot be our only friend. That is weird. And that is not what he had in mind. Welcome to Shine Strong, Live Long, where you'll find inspiration for personal and spiritual development for you and I to become who we were designed to be with intentionality. This is Christina Eve, and if it's your first time tuning into my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, hi, welcome back. Today, we're going to address the elephant in the room, or the elephant in the minds of many Christians, and that is, why is it so hard for Christians, including myself, to make new Christian friends? So, I took a survey because I was very curious about this question as well, being that we're trying to build community here, and I combined the data from social media responses, text messages, phone calls, in-person conversations, and just my own experiences to bring to you these top 5 reasons why Christians struggle to make new friendships in the faith. Before I start though, let me preface this by saying that we know community is important, especially having community and healthy relationships. Now within the community, we have many different relationships with people, but today, since we're talking about the friendship piece, let's just define what makes a friendship. First, it's between two people who are not biological family members. They care deeply for one another as if they would care for themselves. These two people have fun together, they respect one another, and are able to have honest conversations easily because they value similar things. So in a nutshell, that's just a simple definition of friendship that we're gonna go off of today. So let's keep those things in mind as we continue through today's video. And notice that a friendship is not a mentorship or a situation where one person has the upper hand. It is a mutual give and take relationship. Got it? Got it. Now that that is out of the way, reason number 5. Why Christians say that it's hard to find new Christian friends is because of availability. Now, this is a twofold reason because there were so many responses, so I just kind of lumped some of them together. So, part A, Christians struggle making new Christian friends because they are too busy. We could be overly involved and consumed with serving at our church, or we could be super consumed with spending time doing other things. But the bottom line is that we're just too busy to open our hearts to new relationships. That stung just a little bit, personally. So I already kind of see where this is kind of gonna go today. So it might be a little touchy, but remember, guys, these are not my words. I took a survey, so. Part B of availability is that maybe we reached our capacity cap for friends years ago, and new friendships aren't on the priority list. Even if our current friends are driving us crazy, we are cool, with our exclusive, possibly unhealthy friend group of 1 or 2 saints from our church that won't challenge us or challenge our decisions. In other words, I had a few people actually respond to the survey and say that Christians are cliquey. So that might be why we struggle. Yikes. Okay. Reason number 4 as to why we struggle making Christian friends is because of past hurt. And that's not cool. It was really a bummer to kind of see that response come up so often. But when people experience hurt from relationships before they become a Christian, that's scarring. But I know that it hurts even more when a person is seeking something new. They become a Christian and are told that they are now a part of a body of believers and this is your new spiritual family. And then one of us hurts them. That's a hard thing to bounce back from because where else do they have to go to find that type of community? Sometimes people give up on church and Christian fellowship in general because of that type of pain. And hopefully they don't give up on Jesus because one of us was not being kind. Yes, people make mistakes, but if we are believers, we need to make sure that we make right the wrongs, because living peaceably among one another is bigger than just petty church drama. We can't be out here saying we're Christians and then hurting each other, repenting to God, and not going to our brothers and sisters in the faith to make it right. God isn't pleased with that. Y'all hurting each other. Well, I guess we as a Christian body are hurting each other. So, reason number 3 is because even though there are a lot of Christians, there are not lots of Christians who are actually striving to be Christ-like or trying to mature and grow in their faith. Most Christians who want to make Christian friends want to be around like-minded people. For example, if you are looking to find a Christian friend, then you're probably looking because you want a friend that has similar convictions, or someone who's not going to make you feel bad about making holier decisions with your life and holier decisions with your free time. The truth is that if we are Christians, then we are saying that we believe in Jesus Christ. But people are at different stages in their faith walk. That is a part of the beauty of life. God made us all different, with different struggles and different backgrounds, and I get it. I really get it. Finding a friend who is trying to grow in their faith should not be hard, but it is. Because to be honest, we all should be, and probably are, striving to be more Christ-like. And I think that is where the disconnect happens, because people rather grow separately than together. And sometimes people are afraid to share their struggles with others, resulting in so many people just feeling alone. But that leads me actually to reason number 2. All right, according to the survey, reason number 2 as to why Christians struggle to make new Christian friends is because we are judgmental and mad picky. You guys, the amount of times that I got this response from people was about neck to neck with reason number 1. Now, I will say that earlier when I talked about the definition or what makes up a friendship, I mentioned people who have similar values. But I never said people who have the exact same values. Meaning that sometimes we think that we know who we need as a friend. That's not ever true, because we aren't God. You may have been a Christian for a really long time and you're very grounded in your faith, and you click with someone who is a new Christian, someone who just found out that Jesus saves and is cracking open their Bible for the first time. That's cool. That's real cool, because y'all both value Jesus. So why not be open to friendship? Maybe we don't understand that friendships are about showing mutual respect and care for one another. That doesn't mean we reprimand one another as if someone has the upper hand because they have been a Christian longer. That is a mentorship, that's not a friendship. In a friendship, we know that either one of us can mess up or do something that we regret, but we know that we have each other's back. And of course, if they have questions about the Bible and you know the answer, then yes, answer them, do that, but do it with grace and with love. We can pray with and for one another without making the other person feel small. And that is what leads to people thinking that Christians are so judgmental of other Christians. You can't be judgmental and be a friend, because judges have authority over the person who they are judging. In a friendship, we are here to help and uplift one another. Yes, if you know that your friend is doing something wrong, let them know. But there's a way to do it. And if you're doing something wrong and your friend lets you know, then remember that your friend cares about you. So listen to them. We need to show love and forgiveness. We can't just be out here shunning people. That is something that Jesus doesn't do. And that leads to broken relationships and church hurt and just hurt feelings in general, like mentioned in number 4. Here is reason number 1. The most common response that I receive from people is that Christians struggle making new Christian friends because people don't know where to find them. They just don't know. I understand. I mean, if you're looking for someone who has similar values, then we're probably just gonna go to the same place, right? Church. But if the only place that you have to make your Christian friend selection from is in church, then that can be really discouraging for some people. Because unless you're in a new or a large church body, these smaller and medium churches, they're just not growing like they used to be. In fact, a lot of them are shrinking. Now, if we venture outside of the church, for us, it gets a little bit more difficult because people aren't oftentimes professing their faith boldly, and approaching people isn't something that's always socially acceptable. It's not as acceptable as it used to be, I guess, in most settings. In addition, outside of church, most Christians aren't in enough social settings where new people are around. I mean, it could happen though. It could happen, but I don't usually see someone in the grocery store or at a restaurant and ask, "Hey, I'm Christina. Hi, what's your name?" "Oh, sweet. Girl, you look so cool. Let's hang out. What's your Instagram?" "Okay, cool. Oh, by the way, are you a Christian?" "Oh, okay. It's nice meeting you. Okay, bye." The good news is that there are more ways to meet other Christians than at our church. The not so good news is that meeting new Christians may require some uncomfortable effort. There are Christian organizations they have concerts, mission trips, and events all the time. So you just have to do some research on what's going on in your area, and you might have to do a little bit of traveling, but that could be fun. If your church doesn't have a thriving group of people your age, then see what some other churches in your area are doing, and maybe outside of your area are doing, maybe a whole trip, and get a group of people from your church and y'all go and y'all be a part of it. I am very involved in my church, but when I hear about another church having a conference or a young adult event or a trip, I really try to go. I mean, why not? Well, there you have it. Those are the top 5 reasons why Christians are struggling to make new Christian friends. And honestly, it sounds like a huge bummer. But fret not, because before you go, I have a few tips that could help us. First though, we have got to get it together. We got to do better. Because when I got these responses, I felt ashamed, but I was also like, dang, we sound selfish and closed off. And for the record, I surveyed other Christians. Let that sink in. This is what we are saying about ourselves. So what are non-Christians saying about us? Now, in reality, I know that we're probably being kind to one another, and we probably have a lot of associates. But do we let those people in? Does that become a friendship? Tip number 1, know that having more friends doesn't replace the friendships that you already have. Look at it as an opportunity to just have more experiences and more support and more prayer partners. Tip number 2, if you are a Christian and you feel alone, please know that that is not God's desire for you. We are created to be interdependent beings, meaning that we need one another. We need relationships. So please seek those relationships out. Tip number 3, Christian or non-Christian, the bottom line is to use the golden rule. Treat others the way that you want to be treated. A person who has friends has shown themselves friendly. Proverbs 18:24. Thank you for that, Mr. Tracy Smith. So be yourself, be kind, and venture outside of your comfort zone. Jesus is our friend, but he cannot be our only friend. That is weird, and that is not what he had in mind. Thanks for watching. I know that I probably didn't go over everything in this video, so if you can think of any additional reasons why Christians struggle making new Christian friends, or if you are out here not struggling and you have some solutions for those of us who are struggling to make new Christian friends, please comment that below this video. If you found this helpful at all, please hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe for more content. And remember that you have time to turn this all around, because today is a new day. A day where you and I have been given the opportunity to choose better, love stronger, and shine brighter than the day before. Shine strong, live long.